and he's in Bluebell, Pennsylvania. Eddie, I'm a former That Metal Show live attendee. Love the show and love that SiriusXM is free at the moment. 2 questions. Have you ever thought about doing a top 20 Ronnie James Dio song list? Rainbow, Sabbath, Solo, Hearing Aid. I would think that would be an interesting list. And what is more influential to you, Heaven and Hell or Holy Diver? Thanks and stay safe, Todd in PA. I would absolutely do a Dio top 20. Absolutely, Todd. I'll tell you, I will absolutely do that. We will do that. It's a great one. And yes, we'll do his whole career, anything that he sang on. Dio, Sabbath, Rainbow, Elf, whatever you want to do. So that's a great one. We will do it. Remember, the Judas Priest top 20 is done. Let me take you guys back about 3 weeks ago. The Judas Priest top 20 show is done, in the can, ready to go. I even have a list from KK Downing. And then everything changed with the show not being live because of the virus issues. And I don't want to do top 20 shows until we're back live where I can take your lists over the air with you calling them in. So that's why the top 5 things we can do a little bit more streamlined, shorter lists. It's easier to do on email, not as in-depth topics. So that's a good way to sort of pacify things until we can get back to doing live shows. But the next one I'll definitely do because it's done and ready to roll is Priest. And then we'll look at maybe doing Dio and God knows what other top 20s next. As far as a more influential album to me, Sabbath, Heaven and Hell, or Dio, Holy Diver, very, very, very easy answer there. And that would be Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. And the reason being is that was the first time I heard Dio because I was not familiar with Dio with Rainbow in 1980. At that time, Joe Lynn Turner was singing in Rainbow. And my first Rainbow album was with Joe, Difficult to Cure. Of course, later I found out about Dio with Rainbow and the brilliance of Rising and all that. But at the time, as a 15-year-old kid or whatever, I didn't know about that. And I didn't really know much about Sabbath with Ozzy because I was a kid and didn't grow up with that. So my first introduction to Sabbath and to Dio was Black Sabbath's Heaven and Hell. So needless to say, way more impactful record. I was a huge fan of it, and then, of course, was right on board with Dio from the first record with Holy Diver. So as great as Holy Diver is, your question, influential, and it's absolutely Heaven and Hell that had a huge impact on me. Thank you, Todd, for taking the time to email. I appreciate it.